What's going on, guys? What an absolutely epic game one tonight. The Golden State Warriors go on to win tonight's game. And let me just tell you, I was thoroughly entertained the entire game. Now, Golden State, they slow played the hell out of this game. I mean, they were letting Larry Nance get to them on the glass. The whole game, they were apathetic, and that's been their thing all year long. But I'll tell you what, I absolutely thought it was a tremendous game. I actually put money down for Cleveland to win the game. It was about $20, and you would have won like $140. The spread for this game was like a 13-point spread, and that would have been the most ironic thing in the world if Cleveland would have managed to actually come back and win the basketball game. Now, LeBron James, the guy is the strongest player I've ever seen. I haven't really seen a point guard like LeBron James that's that physically gifted. I don't know what kind of enhancements this guy's on. If it's all natural, God bless him. It probably is all natural. But this guy is just an absolutely insane force of nature, and he's just an overpowering beast. And he came to play tonight. The Cavs got some contributors like Jeff Green hit some shots, and really late in the game, George Hill had a shot to really win the basketball game. It was absolutely wild, and yeah, it was a great game one. Well, CJ, you were rooting for the Cavs probably, man, so I definitely will get to that. I'll definitely get to that reversal at the end of the basketball game on that call, and I don't really like the refs reversing calls, but really the reason it was done was because there were two refs that disagreed with the call, and the overchange was absolutely correct. I mean, LeBron James was sliding to his left to block the progress of Kevin Durant. He was not standing still, and it was not rigged for money. If it was rigged for money, the NBA would want more games. They wouldn't want Golden State to win again. The NBA, they want this series to go 6-7 games so that they make television dollars and so they make money. So they wanted Cleveland to win this game probably, because if Cleveland ends up winning this game, then the series will go 6 or 7 games, and they make more money anyway. The NBA wants it to go 7, and they hate the narrative of Golden State. In fact, the NBA did want Houston to play against the Cavs, maybe, unless the Silicon Valley money is so wealthy for the NBA that the ticket prices are greater in Golden State than in Houston and Cleveland, which could have happened. But anyway, the way that this game was played out, I thought that JR, Ty Lue probably tried to call a timeout. He was too far away. JR just caught in a terrible situation there. He obviously needed to call a timeout. The Golden State Warriors played terrible defense, really, for the majority of the game. LeBron James was going against Steph. Golden State was just kind of there, hanging in the game. Steph did what he had to do. Durant was okay. I mean, this team just is a little bit entitled, think that they have it in the bag, and next game, I wouldn't be surprised to see a better effort, better focus, and Golden State's got to get up big on Cleveland, and then they could take a 2-0 lead, and then I believe that Cleveland will definitely win one of the games at home, and the other game, it's going to be really tight. It could be just like the Boston series. But next game, I expect Golden State to come out big. This was an absolutely monumental win for the Golden State Warriors tonight. They didn't play their best basketball. Defensively, they got beat. But now they get to refocus after a win. And it was a high-powered game. Everybody was driving to the hole. Tons of offense, tons of action. Kevin Love played really well in his return. Larry Nance is stepping up big. Jeff Green's shot actually looks pretty good. So overall, I absolutely loved the game. I thought it was tremendous. Hey, man. Jabari, what's up, buddy? Yeah, it's kind of a slow off season for sure with the NFL, but it's an interesting off season indeed. And this is always fun to go hop on here on the Periscope and talk about Game 1. I think that LeBron James got a lot of matchups that he wants. He's going to come out, and let me just say this too. Let me say this too about the NBA. A lot of people are still getting mad at Kevin for joining Golden State. I think it's the best basketball fit. The NBA is a flawed product. There's going to be teams that are tanking all the time in the NBA. Period. There's going to be teams that are great. There's going to be teams that suck. A way to fix the NBA is to have these games be a little bit shorter in nature, to sometimes allow 3 men in the key, sometimes allow a 3-second call like in college basketball. But listen, it was a really good finals game, and I thought the fact that Golden State just didn't play focus tonight, and LeBron had an epic game, so it does not mold well for Cleveland going forward, and everybody's going to get tired of Golden State. Everybody hates Draymond Green. Let's talk about Draymond Green. Draymond's an instigator, an entertainer, a Josh Norman, Richard Sherman-like player that happens to be great at what he does. He drains threes, he rebounds the ball, he plays really hard, and he's a guy that's an emotional player. Sometimes in sports, you love that emotional guy, whether it's Ray Lewis for the Ravens. In the NBA, it's Lance Stevenson a little bit. He's a guy that just, he's an entertainer. He's like a wrestler. He's a villain, so to speak. And everybody hates the villain, but the villains are important in this world to have. And that's why with Draymond Green, I don't mind Draymond Green at all. Because for his team, for the Dubs fans, he's absolutely cherished and loved. And he was part of the original Warriors team. And you need to have his toughness on the floor. I thought that Sean Livingston's dunks today were crucial. The overtime, the Warriors were absolutely incredible. I mean, Klay Thompson's threes, but let's talk about Draymond some more. Everybody hates Draymond. He's a punk. He's whatever. Tristan Thompson, he got Tristan Thompson to flip out and shove the ball at his face. I mean, that's a job well done. He got a dude suspended for Game 2. Brilliant move by Draymond Green. He's trying to get in LeBron's head, I don't know if that move was brilliant. I don't. Because first off, why poke the bear? Why poke the bear? I never want to give the opposing team some bulletin board material. No, it's not a good idea to give an opposing team bulletin board material. It's just not. But with Draymond, he's crazy. He's fun. He's an athlete that's authentic. It's nice that we see guys that are authentic in this world. So, it's great. Jabari still thinks the Cavs win the series. I mean, it's going to have to depend on Cleveland. I think tonight's win was absolutely huge for Golden State. NBA has been, bad for years. What bad calls against George Hill? He had kind of a clean strip, but also Durant had a strip as well. Absolutely. I think Golden State could definitely win on Sunday. You've seen LeBron pack in games. Absolutely. Big fella doesn't like what I have to say. I got you. Just move on to another scope. There's a million talking about this. LeBron wanted this one. He didn't get hosed by the refs. He did not. He did not get hosed by the freaking officials. The officials were dead perfect tonight. Perfect. I mean, why on earth would the officials want to hose him? Makes zero sense. And that was the correct call. It was a block. He was sliding to his left. You can watch it in slow footage. You could watch it at whatever speed you want. The guy was sliding to his left. It was dead on the right call. The refs were totally fine tonight. It was a brilliantly played basketball game. If George Hill makes that free throw, the refs would not get mentioned one time. Everybody hates Golden State. Everybody hates the winners. Everybody hates them because they have a very talented team and because they went out and got Kevin Durant. So, I kind of find yourself rooting for LeBron's. Okay, absolutely. It's sad that they're stacked and can win a title. They might still win a title. Houston was pretty stacked. The thing about Golden State is they're a soft basketball team. They're a team of shooters. You can rough them up. You can play physical ball with them. And I'm sure that in this series, the Warriors are going to get hosed by the refs too, because the refs want to make this a long-ass series. That's what the NBA is. It's WWE. And LeBron James usually gets all the calls because the NBA wants its superstar. They want to push its superstar to the forefront of your mind. So that's pretty much what's going on here. Period. End of story. And when the Warriors go to Cleveland and they're up 2-0, the refs are no way going to want the Golden State Warriors to win one in Cleveland either. So the Houston Rockets were a great matchup. They're physical as hell. The way to neutralize Golden State is put your hands all over them, rough them the hell up, and that's what can happen. And a lot of times refs will look the other way. They don't want Golden State to keep running. So I think that the play, here's the thing about the play. There was two deferring calls. It wasn't a charge. It wasn't a clear on both guys calling a charge. It was one guy calling a charge and one guy calling a block. It's a 1-1 tie. And when you have a tie, they went to the replay, and the replay was dead on correct, as replay has it. It was an absolute block, which the play was. So that's the game. And then if you want to get mad and picky, you had overtime. And you sucked in overtime, and Golden State whipped that ass in overtime. Yeah, J.R. Smith, that King Braz, that's one of the epic collapses. It's not as bad as Chris Webber because Chris Webber was ahead, I believe. But JR, I mean, come on, JR. I mean, Smith is a wild character, goes shirtless everywhere. And JR also did the thing with Al Horford last series. And freaking J.R. Smith's he's known to be kind of his own guy. And he made a terrible play at the end of the game. Ruined everything brilliant about LeBron James. LeBron James, the most special player that we have ever witnessed probably play, had an incredible game, 51 points. You just don't even blink when the guy's going out there and just rolling over competition like he should be playing in a higher league. But J.R. Smith, boy oh boy, was it a terrible lapse in judgment, and they needed to call timeout immediately. He got the rebound. He thought they were ahead. You got to look at the score. It's as simple as that. And Ty Lue shouldn't get blamed. He was so far down the rest of the court, they couldn't get the timeout. The teammates should have called the timeout immediately to the officials. Somebody should have called a timeout when JR was being batshit crazy. But that did not happen at all. It was a boneheaded play. It's one that people are going to talk about for a long time. Going down there, Game 1 of the NBA Finals, and J.R. Smith just happens to absolutely blow it. And it was dumb as hell, man. Dumb as hell, not looking at the damn clock. But the Cavs needed to rein him in, need to call timeouts, need to have better communication. Jesus, it was ugly. Ugly. Oh, boy. Absolutely. Whew. Yeah, so you're talking about the Harden play. Yeah, that was one play. It was one play. I'm hearing actually now, Kai, I mean, Jeff Green had a big game. Larry Nance was a freaking beast tonight. I mean, Larry Nance is just playing so confidently. Listen, they're going to need more contributors. George Hill played well when LeBron left the game in the first half. The Cleveland played okay. Cleveland has some talent. Kyle, JR, they can drain threes, and it's hard to guard this team because they have a lot of guys on the perimeter that can do what they do. The Kyrie Irving deal, getting that dude upset, that's what's costing Cleveland because Kyrie Irving is just all world. And I knew that trade was a shit trade the second they did that trade. And that's the reason LeBron is likely going to leave. He's absolutely going to leave. And, I mean, it's really crazy. I mean, looking at Golden State, yes, Klay Thompson's very good, but he's like Devin Booker on the Suns. He's just a shooter. Steph Curry has more to his game. Obviously, lethal, great ball handler, can do it all. Kevin Durant, really good. Draymond Green is a fringe player. On another team, if you put Draymond on the Rockets or something, he would be a little bit better than Capella, but I don't think he's a max guy. Like, he's still going to be a Hall of Famer because of playing on Golden State and because he helped define that culture. But him and Klay Thompson are not generational talents. Steph and Durant are, but then you combine Sean Livingston, really impressive. They also develop guys really well. Looney, Bell, Iguodala. The system is wonderful too. So a lot has to be given towards, the general manager and everything. So, Jordan Clarkson you think is terrible. Well, the guy just has to keep playing now. I did see the James Harden play. I did see the three-pointer. That was one play. I think LeBron is going to the Philadelphia 76ers next year. I do. Think LeBron fits perfectly with the Sixers. They'll just fire Colangelo. I think Colangelo's gone. Even if Colangelo's talking to his wife about that shit, he's still the guy. It's still coming from the horse's mouth. LeBron is going to be going to the Sixers. The Rockets are a decent option. Will LeBron get along with CP3 and Chris Harden? That was a team in Houston that with Chris Paul, you can reasonably make a case that they would have been in this finals. But listen, I think LeBron will get along better with Ben, with Joel Embiid, with JJ Redick. So that's where I view LeBron going is Sixers and not staying anywhere else. Yeah, Tony, I love Klay Thompson as well. I do. And listen, I kind of get that too. In fact, I play the most like Klay. I'm like a spot-up guy too, and Klay's a pretty special player. Yeah. Oh, man, everybody hates Draymond Green. Everybody's like Charles Barkley. You love to hate him. You love to hate him. So anyway, guys, it was a really good game one, a really good game one, and we are going to again talk to you guys soon. I think that the Cavs are in for a world of hurt. Again, a 12-point number. You guys could have bet the money line, won a shitload if the Cavs won it. They did not, and now we will see, because Golden State, they were lucky again. They are sleepwalkers, and they sleptwalk through this game, and it's a testament, I guess, to their ability. It could be 5. It could be 6. You're complaining about the officials now, but trust me on this. The officials will favor Cleveland the rest of this series, especially when they get back to Ohio. There is zero doubt in my mind that Adam Silver will pull those strings with this WWE-like NBA that we have. All right. Cheers. Thanks for watching the show, guys. And we got till Sunday. Enjoy it then. Rover Sports, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you.